In the 1990s, our nation saw an increase in violent crimes committed by young children. The threat became so bad that many politicians pushed to pass laws that would get violent kids off the streets. The projected outlook was that by the turn of the century, our society would be plagued by a group of violent young people known as or termed super predators. Many saw the increase in drug trafficking and also the access to guns as being main contributors to these types of behavior. Howard Schneider, the director of system research at the National Center for Juvenile Justice, said the net was thrown too broadly. A lot of people believe that it made it too easily for kids to go into the adult system and it wasn't a good place for them to be. It's roughly estimated about 200,000 children under the age of 18 are sent directly to adult systems, known as criminal courts. They end up there because state laws automatically will define them as an adult, either due to their age or their offense. In the late 1990s, 48 states made it easier to transfer kids into criminal court according to the Juvenile Justice Center. These changes gave prosecutors greater latitude. They could either lower the age or expand on a list of crimes that made it mandatory for a crime to be tried in adult court. Many of these changes were due to the increase in violent crimes by young children and to address the frustration with the juvenile justice system. Horrific crimes committed by children stunned the nation. In Chicago, two boys aged 10 and 11 dangled and dropped a 5-year-old boy to his death from a 14-story vacant building. A Time magazine story in May of 2001 looked at two cases that made headlines. One involved Nathaniel Brazil, who was found guilty of second-degree murder for killing his English teacher, which carries a sentence of up to 30 years. Another case in Florida involved 14-year-old Lionel Tate, who was given a life sentence for killing a younger playmate while he was practicing wrestling moves. Many states are looking for alternate ways to deal with young people who have been sentenced to lengthy prison terms. Many states are now considering programs that focus on rehabilitation. State's Attorney Howard Shorstein of Jacksonville, Florida, had his own approach. He stated, "I created my own juvenile justice system. The secret is not choosing between punishment versus prevention, but using both together." His office has transferred more than 2,000 secret juveniles to adult court. Um, those that are found guilty go to jail for about a year, where they live separately from adults. They attend school, they meet with mentors, and they receive social services. In recent years, there has been new research on the adolescent brain and studies that indicate that if teens are sent to adult courts, they are worse off than those not. One such study, conducted by Frances Jansen, a Harvard expert on epilepsy, who was coping with her son's mood swings and wanted to investigate why they behaved that way. Her discovery was what teens were thinking, but how they were thinking. A crucial part of the brain, the frontal lobes on the teen, are not fully connected. That part of the brain says, "Is this a good idea? If I do this, what happens?" She discovered that the teen brain accesses their frontal lobes very slowly. Teens do not have as much coating called myelin or white matter that adults have. She stated that the spotty or thin myelin leads to insufficient communication between one part of the brain and another. This research can help in understanding your teens and why they act the way they do. The estimated cost to house a juvenile in adult prison by state varies by state, but can be between $75,000 to $100,000. And many facilities may only house a few juveniles at one given time. Even though juveniles are housed with adults, they are isolated from those individuals. Many believe this causes problems because the youth is usually in solitary confinement 23 hours out of the day. This is a reason for the high rate of suicide among young offenders. ACLU studies show that rehabilitation of youth can save lives and state dollars. States are now reconsidering and revising the harsh laws that continue to leave thousands of youths behind bars. Many communities are finding ways to develop programs that will implement preventive measures to help children in situations that may lead to violent behavior. Starting programs in schools and communities that will also involve parents will do a lot towards providing help to at-risk children. Many juvenile justice systems start programs which help with intervention if there is a possibility a child is at risk to continue that type of behavior that will ultimately land him or her in adult court system. Children who have served time off the burden of trying to readjust back into society. Conviction in an adult court leads to record, which can bar an individual youth from employment. Many social programs are now being developed to assist the youth with adjusting back and becoming a more productive part of our society. Hopefully, with these types of measures, it will help to alleviate some of the lengthy sentences and prison terms that have been given to our youth.